Live for others, and they will live for you. There are those who would say, I am a devout man. Yet if someone else sat in their church pew, they would be ready to take off the intruder's head. Once in a while, I see this sort of incident in my classes. If another person wants your seat, give it, even though you must stand. By your exemplary behavior, you will have someone else thinking considerately of you every day. When you learn to live for others, they will live for you. When you live for yourself, no one is interested in you. You can best attract others by your good actions. If you look around you, when you attend a party, you will almost always notice some guests who are openly envious of what others have. No one wants to be with thoughtless, selfish people. But everyone is glad to be with a tactful, considerate person. Practice consideration in your speech as well as in your actions, and when you feel tempted to speak harshly, control that impulse and talk calmly instead. Let no one hear harsh words from you. Be not afraid to speak truth when you are asked to do so, but do not force your thoughts on others. Remember also, it may be truth to speak of the blind man as a blind man, or the sick man as a sick man, but it is better to avoid such bluntness. By the kindness and consideration of your speech, you help to uplift others and make them better. It isn't always your words that others listen to, however, but the strength and sincerity behind them. When a sincere man speaks, the world moves. When he says something, others listen. Some persons talk on and on, hoping to convince the hearer by the steady barrage of words. But the captive listener is only thinking, please let me go. When you talk, don't talk too much about yourself. Try to speak on a subject that interests the other person. And listen. That is the way to be attractive. You will see how your presence is in demand. My mother was considerate in that way. Fathers and mothers should never talk against one another to the children. They should keep their troubles completely to themselves. My parents had that self-control. They were really like gods. Only once did I see trouble between my father and mother. All that we children knew was that a carriage was at the door and our mother was going away. Uncle came in and asked Father, "What is the matter?" Father said, "I have no objection to her spending money for her charities. I only ask that she not spend beyond my income." Uncle whispered something in Father's ear. After a few conciliatory words from Father, Mother sent the carriage away. She never said a word against Father. She was always thinking of others. It is a joy to live for others. When I am alone, I have hardly any impulse to eat, but when I am with others, I like to fix appetizing dishes for them. I saw that same characteristic in my guru. During my first visits to his ashram, I gained the impression that he always had savory food to eat. But once I went there when he didn't expect me, and I saw he was having the plainest meal imaginable. I questioned him about it. "I don't have special dishes except when you come," he replied. "I like to prepare them for you." Once a fellow college student accompanied me to the market to buy some pineapples. There were only two. One was larger than the other. I bought both of them and handed the large one to my friend. He was so surprised. He thought I had intended to keep that one for myself. A wonderful feeling arises within a person when he is considerate of others, thinking first of them. As soon as you are concerned for someone else, not only does he think of you, but God thinks of you too. If you are thoughtful, doing for others all the time, then even if you part with your last penny to help them, God will return even more blessings to you. Another thing to remember, each one of you has some special quality, a uniqueness that others have not. Also, each one is richer or poorer in some way than others are. If you are unselfish, good-tempered, understanding, you are richer than those who are selfish and angry and jealous.